Welcome all of you B.Sc.III student to the online lecture. I welcome all of you B.Sc. Analytical Chemistry third year student to this online lecture. This is Mr. Achutram Rao Shinde, Assistant Professor, Department of Analytical Chemistry. Student friends, in last lecture we have learned about the environmental analysis. First, that is nothing but the air analysis, water analysis, the hardness, temporary hardness, permanent hardness, as well as the component of the air, that is nothing but SO2, O2, N2, and how to particulate matter is what the determine, as well as the how the permanent hardness, temporary hardness, as well as the uh, total hardness is determined. uh, the hardness of water is determined, and we have completed the first unit. In this second unit we are going to learn about the different type of analysis. That's the environmental analysis second, that is industrial effluents and the soil. The topic of this today's lecture is the analysis of industrial effluent. Here what we are going to analyze the industrial effluent. What is industrial effluent? What are the how these industrial effluent are produced? So let's see one by one. Industrial effluent is nothing but the wastewater released from the various industries. This type of the water is nothing but the industrial effluent, in which what create a big problem, that is nothing but the pollution, water pollution, because this industrial effluent is released in the various water resources, water bodies such as the river, seas, as well as lakes, and through the drainages. So this make a worst problem, that is nothing but the water pollution, which is what the harmful for the aquatic as well as the all the human beings, aquatic animal as well as the human beings. So let's see how these industrial effluents are what the analyzed. First one, see here what to see what the with the I'm trying to what locate this with the help of annotation. Here, see here different types of the drainages, different types of the sewage or the wastewater released in the different water bodies from the industry. Such type of the uh, that wastewater is called as what the industrial effluent. See how this very dirty water is released in the what the water bodies. So what is firstly see what is the industrial effluent, how this industrial effluent is generated in the industries, and what is the terminology, what is industrial effluent. So definition of industrial effluent. So the wastewater coming out of various industries is called as the industrial effluent. What is the industrial effluent? The wastewater coming from the various industries is called as the industrial effluent. Then what is effluent? The wastewater coming out of various sources such as sewage, industry, etc. is called as effluent. What is effluent? Effluent is nothing but what? Wastewater, which is what coming from the sewages as well as the industries or other type of the wastewater, which is what directly released into the drainages. So this type of the industry effluent, that is effluent is this is from industry, so we call this as a industrial effluent. And if this wastewater is coming from the another type of the that is resources, so we call simply it is what? Effluent. Effluent is nothing but wastewater coming out of various sources such as the sewage, industries, etc. is called as a industrial effluent. Sorry, it is called as a effluent. And the wastewater coming from the various industries is called as a industrial effluent. Next, what is the introduction of this industrial effluent? So, the industrial effluent should not contain heavy metals. What? The industrial effluent not contain should not contain the heavy metals. If a industrial effluent containing heavy metals like mercury, cadmium, lead, zinc, arsenic, and that is uh, uh, that is PB, that is lead, or such type of the what the heavy and poisonous metals are what containing in the industrial effluent, it does not contain the industrial effluent, so is thrown into the nearby river. The river water gets not only polluted but what the also get the poisonous small quantity of heavy metal up to 1 milligram per liter of water makes the water unsuitable for the drinking, as it is the highly toxic and causes deadly diseases or the in the human. So what is the uh, criteria? The industrial effluent should not contain heavy metals, but in the present, that is there is so many industrial effluent contains the different types of the heavy and poisonous metal, such as the mercury, cadmium, lead, zinc, arsenic. So they are released in the river, and that river uh, water gets polluted. The water pollution is what happens here. What the water pollution, how such type of water pollution is occur when this what the industrial effluent containing mercury, cadmium, lead, zinc, and arsenic is released into the water bodies. What is the amount? It is very 1 milligram per liter amount of this type of the heavy metal is very what harmful for the aquatic as well as the human being. It is not. It makes the unsuitable water for the drinking purposes, highly toxic, causes deadly different types of diseases in the human as well as the aquatic animals. At the same time, if an industry discharges its industrial effluent containing heavy metals into the nearby river, then it is treated as a violation of the norms of the central position sorry a central pollution control during what the such uh, central pollution board makes norms, and if you directly without any processing to the industrial effluent to directly what release this industrial effluent in the river, then it makes a violation of the rules made by the or norms made by the that pollution control board, central pollution control board. A cattle drinking such water, such low concentration of heavy metal in river water is what the fatal, and it is caused for the what this is what the river water, and if it is caused the death of these cattle as well as uh, this is if you used for the drinking purposes, hence it is necessary to monitor the level of heavy metal in the industrial effluent. So before releasing this industrial effluent, it is necessary to what process this industrial effluent, remove this the heavy metals from this water, and then after that release this what the industrial effluent into the water bodies. So this is the what the industrial effluent. Therefore, the analysis of the industrial effluent with the reference to its heavy metal concentration is compulsory step before the industrial effluent is discharged into the nearby river. So first, what it is necessary to what the remove the industrial the heavy metal from the industrial effluent, and after that what the release into the water bodies. So for that, the analysis of this industrial effluent is required to determine the how much this the heavy metal is present in the given industrial effluent. So first step is what before discharging this water into the water bodies is to carry out the analysis of this industrial effluent and what process over and remove this the heavy metal from this industrial effluent. Then, at the same time, if an industry discharges its industrial effluent containing heavy metal into nearby river, then it is treated as a violation of the norms of the Central Pollution Control Board. So, it is the violation of rule if we are not removing the such type of the heavy metals from the what uh, the from industrial effluent. The level of heavy metal like mercury, lead, cadmium, uh, bismuth, zinc, and arsenic in the river water should not be above the level specified by the Indian Bureau of Standards. So, this is what the must case to firstly what determine the industrial effluent and what the um, check uh, the level of the heavy metals such as the mercury, lead, cadmium, bismuth, zinc, and arsenic in the given material effluent, which is what no more, not more than the or not above than the level of specified by the Indian Bureau of Standard. If the heavy metals concentration in river water is more than the level given by the Indian Bureau of Standard, then the water is said to be unfit for the drinking purposes. So, during what the before what discharging or before taking this type of water uh, for the use of drinking purpose, it is what firstly uh, check the how much amount of that what is the level of that specific uh, heavy metals in the given industrial effluent, which is not more than or above than that specified by the Indian Bureau of Standards. So our board of that is Maharashtra Pollution Control Board as well as the Indian Pollution Control Board, Central Pollution Control Board. So this is about the introduction of this industrial effluent. Yeah, then analysis of industrial effluent, how this industrial effluent is analyzed by means of different techniques. So quantitative analysis of toxic metals like mercury, zinc, cadmium, lead in the industrial effluent is necessary to with the help of quantitative analysis we can determine such type of the metal, heavy metal, that is zinc, cadmium, lead, and uh, mercury. So before the analysis of industrial effluent for its heavy metal content is what carried out, a preliminary treatment of the sample is done. So what is the preliminary treatment of the sample and how this preliminary treatment of sample is done before the analysis? See, the preliminary treatment of sample, or what we will have to do. The industrial wastewater contain organic matter to a greater extent. So industrial effluent or the industrial wastewater contains the organic matter. So first of all we deal with this organic matter, and depending upon the amount of organic matter, different reagents are used for the digestion of water sample in the preliminary treatment. So what type of the treatment is done before the what analyzing the wastewater? Firstly, what dealing with the organic matter, the depending upon the amount of organic matter, the treatment of preliminary treatment of water, the wastewater is done. So preliminary treatment following different digestion reagent are used for the destruction of the organic matter in water. So first step is what destroy the organic matter by using different reagent, different techniques. uh, Presently the for water with least organic matter, we use the mixture of HNO3 and H2SO4 for the digestion. And for the water with moderate or medium organic matter, we use mixture of HNO3 and that is HClO4 used for the digestion. Then for the water with a heavy higher metal amount is more, then we only use the HCl4 is used for the digestion. So these are the reagent, different types of reagent used for the different it is depending upon the different amount of that organic matter present in the given uh, that is industrial effluent. So for the lesser amount of organic matter, we use a mixture of HNO3 and H2SO4, and for the digestion. And for the moderate amount of the organic matter, we use the mixture of HNO3 and HClO4 for the digestion. And for the higher amount of very high amount of the organic matter is present, then we'll use the only HClO4 is used for the digestion. So this is about the preliminary treatment. After that, the volume of the sample to be digested in the preliminary and treatment depend upon the industrial toxic heavy metals to be determined. So after that, the volume of sample is digested depending upon the which type of the element is present in the given industrial effluent. Heavy metal is present in the given industrial effluent. The volume of the industrial effluent to be taken for the different concentration and heavy metal content is follow. So what for the different types of the heavy metal, how much volume is taken for the 1000 ml. If the concentration range of heavy metal is 0.01 to 1 milligram per liter is there, take a 100 ml solution. If the concentration range is 1 to 10 milligram per liter is there, it take a 10 ml volume of this solution. If the concentration is what to further increase, that is 10 milligram to 100 milligram per liter, and 1 ml solution is taken for the analysis. If the concentration is what further increases to 100 milligram to 1000 milligram per liter, that is nothing but 1 ml contains 1 gram. So this when the concentration increases, the volume decreases for the industrial effluent, that is volume taken for the analysis is decreases. Next, how this industrial effluent uh, is determined. The first step is the what the permanent digestion of effluent with the HClO4. First one, the digestion of this industrial effluent is done with the help of HClO4. A definite volume of industrial effluent, as mentioned above, according to the concentration of heavy metal, is taken in a china dish and add sufficient concentrated HClO4 to digest the sample till a clean solution is obtained. By heating the sample, a definite volume is a standard flask. It is used for the estimation of heavy metals. What is the procedure? What is the procedure for the digestion of this or the pre-treatment or digestion of the effluent, that is effluent with the HClO4? That is what the small amount of definite volume of industrial effluent, as mentioned in the above, is taken according to the concentration of heavy metal, and then in a china dish and add a sufficient concentration of HClO4 to it and digest the sample till a clean solution is obtained by heating the sample strongly. What is digestion? We heat the sample simply, and we'll get the clear solution. Till we'll get the clear solution, the sample is what digested. So the clear solution is diluted to a definite volume in standard flask, and it is used for the estimation of the further metal. So the next topic is to what the determination of mercury as well as the zinc in the given solution, that is in the what industrial effluent. We'll see in the next lecture. So in this lecture we have what we will have to what we will have learned. That is nothing but what is industrial effluent. It is the wastewater released from the industry. Is nothing but industrial effluent. And what the effluent is any type of the wastewater which is what produced from the sewage industries. So it is industrial effluent. And what is the uh, impact of this industrial effluent? It is very hazardous poisonous metal whose concentration, that is 1 milligram per liter, is very dangerous, which makes the water unsuitable for the drinking purposes. Is it may what the causes the death of the cattle. So many different types of the metal present in the industrial effluent. Heavy metals like mercury, cadmium, lead, zinc, arsenic, such type of metal present in the what the industrial effluent, which is very dangerous or hazardous for the human health, or which what causes the water pollution, serious problem, deadly disease. So next is that the how this industrial effluent is get digested, or how this sampling is done, depending upon the concentration of this heavy metal present in the given industrial effluent. So digestion is depending upon for the digestion purpose, uh, different types of the concentration, that is depending upon the different types of the organic matter present in the given sample. If the lesser amount of the organic matter is present, we use a mixture of that is H2SO4 and HNO3. And then if the moderate amount of organic matter is there, we use the what the mixture of HClO4 and the what the HNO3. And if the more amount of or higher amount of metal is there, we will use the only concentration concentrated HClO4 for the digestion. After that, how much time how the preliminary treatment is done and how the sampling is done, and after that the digestion we have already learned. In next lecture we will learn the remaining part of this uh, unit. So keep watching. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.